Okay, so as I told you guys, today we're gonna start our lesson that we started last week. This lesson is land and climate of the Midwest. Okay, land and climate of the Midwest. Again, I'm gonna make a quick revision here. Rugmini, if I said what
Good.
located north of the Midwest, what located north of the Midwest, Rugmini?
Canada.
Canada. Okay, Muhammad, what's located the east of the Midwest?
The East,
Yeah,
the Great Lakes.
the Great Lakes. And on the west,
On the West,
huh?
yes. On the West, the Great Plains states.
Yes, the Great Plains. So here, guys, in north we could find Canada, and on east we could find the Great
The
Lakes,
Great Lakes,
and on the west we could find the Great Plains.
Great Plains.
Okay,
Yes.
Farah, tell me, what are the main water resources in the Midwest? What are the two main water resources? Farah, Farah,
Yes.
yes, tell me, Farah, what are the two main water resources in the Midwest?
The two main resources,
Water resources,
uh, water resources,
yes. Which kind of water or which bodies of water you could find here on the map?
yes.
Huh, say.
Um, which bodies of water in the
Yes,
Midwest?
huh?
Um, the Lake Superior.
Thank you, Farah. Jana, Jana,
Yes.
tell me, huh? What are the two main water resources in the Midwest?
Mississippi River.
What? Why don't you study,
Mississippi
guys? Yani, why
River.
don't you read the lesson at least? At least our homework is reading the lesson from the book. Why don't you read the lesson? It's only 2 pages to read, not 100 pages. Only Layan and Rugmini and Muhammad every time study and that's it. Jumana.
Yes.
Yes, tell me, Jumana, what are the two main water resources in the Midwest?
Mm,
Mm.
Miss,
Layan,
may I answer?
yes,
Ohio
Layan,
River.
say.
Miss, Ohio River.
This is not the main because Ohio River is tributary.
Miss, may I
Like a
answer?
stream or short river. Yes, Layan, answer.
Lakes and rivers.
Yes, the Great Lakes and Mississippi River. This is the main water resources in the Midwest. The Great Lakes, the 5 Great Lakes here, those are the main water resources on the east. And
And the
here's the
Mississippi
Mississippi
River.
River. Here is, guys, if you read this part, it's here. It's here. The Midwest has two main water resources, the Great Lakes, okay, and the Mississippi River. Okay. The Mississippi River has two tributaries. What are these tributaries? Who knows?
May I answer, Miss Mayada?
Yes, Rugmini, answer.
Oh,
Ohio
Yes,
and the Ohio and the Missouri River.
yes, exactly. Ohio River and Missouri River. So the Mississippi River has two tributaries. What the meaning of tributaries? It means a short river or a stream that connected to the main one.
another river.
Yes, another river,
Okay.
another long one. So here is the Mississippi River has two tributaries. What are these? Ohio River and Missouri
And
River.
the
And
Missouri
Missouri.
River.
Okay. And don't forget that we took also two new idioms. Those are levee and lock. Levee, it's something like a dam. Okay?
A high
Uh,
river
Yes, a high river bank
uh,
that hold back
is
water
from overflowing.
from overflowing. Exactly. But lock, it's something like
a gate.
a gate.
The
A part
Exactly.
of a
Yes.
waterway that is closed off by gates.
Yes, exactly. It's something like gates and it helps people to easily travel via river, okay, or through the river because of the waterfalls. Okay,
Yeah.
now guys, or this session, we're gonna speak about climate, plants, and animals. Climate, plants, and animals. Of course,
and animals.
yes, the climate of the Midwest, the plants in the Midwest, and the animals in the Midwest. Okay,
Miss, may I read?
okay, Layan, let's start reading the first paragraph.
Okay. The location of the Midwest affect its climate. There is no ocean nearby to warm the land in winter and cool it in summer. As a result, the climate uh, varies
Paris,
varies summer. As a result, the more
climate
sorry
varies more than
more than in coastal regions. In parts of the Midwest, the temperature can can change as much as 100 F between winter and summer.
yes. 1 minute, Layan.
Okay.
Guys, listen, you know that here is in this part, I told you that you remember in when we talk the states of the East, I told you that if any country or if any region located along the sea, along the ocean, okay, this sea or this ocean make the weather warm or make the climate warm in winter and cool in summer. You remember that?
Summer.
Yes, I told
Yes.
you that if your city, like Bursaid, for example, if your city, if your country located along a sea or located along the ocean, what this sea or what this ocean do? The sea, guys, or the ocean, this salty water make the climate cool in summer. It's very cool in summer and very warm in winter. That's why, for example, if you travel to Cairo nowadays, you're gonna find it more colder than Port-Said. Port-Said is warm. Why Port-Said is warm in winter? Port-Said is warm in winter because it's located along the Mediterranean Sea. Okay?
Sea.
Yes, our city has a sea. So the winter is warm in Port-Said and also the summer is cool in Port-Said, right? But here is in Cairo,
Right.
yes, how you could find the weather? No, in Cairo, the winter is very cold, not warm. And the summer is dry and hot. Is dry and hot.
Hot.
Okay?
Hot.
Yes. But you know, in Port-Said, if you check the summer, you're gonna find it cool, but full of moist. Full of moist. And I
Moist.
Moist.
said that before. What the meaning of moist? Moist means water. You could find in the weather around us, the air carries water. Why the air carries water? Carries water because of the sea. Okay? It's full of moist
Okay.
or
Okay.
moisture, exactly. So the air carries water. Here is, guys, if we speak about the Midwest, we're gonna find that the Midwest doesn't have an ocean. The Midwest
Okay.
doesn't have a sea,
I have an
right?
ocean.
Yes,
Yes.
no sea and no ocean in the Midwest. But we have the Great,
Lakes.
Lakes.
exactly, Great Four. We have the Great Lakes. So the Great Lakes, guys, add moisture to the air.
The weather.
Air.
Yes, exactly. Add moisture to the air.
To
So,
the
guys,
air.
أما
yes,
أقعد بقى عندك ما عنديش أي حتة أقعد فيها البلكونة
right.
زهقتني.
So it add moisture, guys, to the air. So look here, the Great Lakes are not as big as an ocean. Yes, we
Because
know
an
that
ocean
is not big like an ocean, but it affected the
affects
climate
the
by
climate
adding
by adding
moisture,
moisture to the air.
yeah, to the earth. Don't forget this, please. Adding moisture
Okay.
to the air.
To the air.
So in winter, guys, what happens in winter? This moisture causes snow. This moisture causes
Cause
Snow.
yeah. How, Lion? Let's see. Now, guys, if I go down to this picture, 1 minute. Here is, well, just 1 minute, erase that. Okay. So if I go down,
Yes, we didn't read the paragraph.
yes, I
And
know,
what? And,
but I just clarify something. Look, guys,
okay.
what coming out here from the lake? Look, warm,
The
Snow.
water. The
moist
water.
air, no, warm, moist air. That what coming out from the lake? Air carry
Warm.
moisture. Okay,
Yes. Oh,
it comes out from the lake. When the
okay.
moisture or this air that carry moisture coming out from the lake, it meets the cold air, okay, in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Here is, this is moisture coming out from the lake. When it comes out, it meets what here? It meets the cold air of the
Yeah.
atmosphere of the Midwest. So the cold
Okay.
air freeze the moisture,
The
freeze the
moisture.
water. Okay, what you know, guys, that moisture means water. Moisture,
Yeah.
Yes.
moist.
Yes. Yes.
A lot. يعني a lot of water.
Yes, exactly. It means water. So this air that carry moisture from the lake, it meets the cold air in the atmosphere around. When it meets the cold air in the atmosphere, the cold air frees the moisture.
Freezes.
Yes, okay, and drops it as snow over the
As
land.
snow over the
Yes, so
land.
exactly. So Muhammad here, the moisture, it turns into snow. The moisture turns into
Turns
snow.
into
Snow.
snow.
No.
Yeah, so when you read this paragraph, guys, we're gonna find that the Great Lakes are not as big as an ocean. Yes, we know that the Great Lakes not big like the ocean, but it affected the climate. When I ask you, Farah, how the Great Lakes affected the climate of the Midwest, you say that the Great
But
Lakes add moisture to the air.
To
Add
the air.
moisture, yes, to the air.
To the air.
Yes, and then this moisture causes snow. This moisture causes snow. How
snow.
it causes
Snow.
snow? Yeah, because the moisture coming out from the air, it meets the cold
Air.
air of the atmosphere around, and then it
It
turns.
freezes.
Yes.
Freezes.
It freezes.
Yes, exactly. It
Into
freezes.
snow.
Yes, it freezes and turn it to be snow. So here is, guys, we can find that fierce snowstorm called the blizzards. Okay, you know that the
Okay.
snowstorm, it's called blizzard.
The blizzard.
Blizzard.
Yes, exactly. All the time you could find the blizzard strike the Midwest, strike the region. And
Midwest.
guys, because they have a lot of the snowstorms or blizzards, people have to adapt, of course.
Adapt.
Yes, how they adapt? They wear heavy clothes.
Heavy clothes.
Okay. Yes, they wear layers of clothing and they use covered walkways
Covered walkways.
exactly to get from one building to another.
To
And
another.
also people find ways to enjoy winter. How they go
They
skiing,
They
go
go ski,
ice
skiing,
fishing,
and,
yes, oh, and hold
and
also
skating.
winter festivals. All of these are the winter activities. All of these
And
are,
they make
okay.
snowmen, Zemis.
yes, of course,
Yeah,
the
with snow.
skating,
I
ice
love
fishing.
skating.
Yes, exactly. I tried this.
I know
I
how.
never tried it and
I,
I will not try it.
I tried it. I tried it on floor, not on ice. But I know how
Yes,
to play with it. It's so
yes,
easy.
yeah, yeah.
Miss Mayeda, some
Yes,
states in the North America as usual, because they are super cold, the moist doesn't transfer to snow. It does transfer to snow and ice because it's
And
super cold.
ice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I told you there are different kinds of ice. Some
Like
snow,
Yes.
Alaska.
hail, yes. So it's different from one region to another. And as the more as you go up toward the Canada, no, the weather become colder than the south.
Yes. They
Okay.
Okay.
go away from the equator.
Yes, exactly, because you go away from the equator. Exactly, Muhammad. So,
Yes.
guys, this is when we speak about the climate of the Midwest. When I speak about the climate of the Midwest, I could find that it's cold, of course, in winter. And here is some factors affect the climate of the Midwest. You know that the Midwest has the Great Lakes, and here is the Great Lakes in winter. The air coming out the Great Lakes carry moisture, and this moisture it freezes and turn it to be
And drops it as
snow. Yes, that's why the Midwest is struck by fierce or strong snowstorms and blizzards.
snowstorms, cold blizzards.
And here is the people of the Midwest, of course, they had to adapt to that climate by practicing the winter activities and also hold winter festivals. Okay, so look here,
Okay.
guys. Also, tornadoes often hit the Midwest in the warmer weather. You know, in summer, sometimes they have tornadoes. What the meaning of tornadoes? Tornadoes are strong,
Tornadoes
yes,
are
spinning
strong,
storm.
Ice
spinning storm
spinning
with
storms
high
Yes.
winds.
with high winds.
What the meaning of tornadoes? Tornadoes are a strong spinning storm.
Strong,
Okay?
Storms
spinning
High wind.
storm with
Yes,
with
high
high winds.
winds.
exactly. So grade four. In summer, there are tornadoes. In winter, blizzards. In summer, tornadoes. In summer, we could find what? Huh?
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes. Yes.
Tornadoes.
And in winter, don't forget, in summer, they have tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
In winter, they have blizzards.
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 Yeah, this is about
Blizzards.
weather of the Midwest. Okay, and here is
Okay.
guys also this table show you the difference between 1 minute. Erase that. Okay. Here is guys, this table show you each state temperature, and this is the highest temperature and this is the lowest temperature. You cannot imagine how they reach minus 36, minus 47, minus 40. It's very cold, guys. It's very cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, I want you to memorize the names of the states. You can memorize it here
Okay.
on the map. Okay. Why?
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
in this week, I'm going to give you an empty map and you have to fill in the names of the states. Okay.
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 Yes, in your free time, try to memorize the names of the states. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's move to the plants and animals. This is the last part and it's very easy. Here is, guys, I have to share something with you about plants and animals. Just 1 minute. Sharing uh, from the what project?
When you said we will write the names of
Just
the
1 minute.
states
This part
in
have
an empty map.
okay. Listen, these are here is if we speak about blizzards. Blizzards means a snowstorm. Don't forget. Here is the
Yeah.
natural
Okay.
disaster. We have blizzards means a snowstorm, and we have
Storm.
in summer tornadoes means a spinning storm. Okay.
Storms.
Yes.
With
Okay.
high
People
winds.
adaptation. How people adapt. Of course, adapt in clothing
By
and in
clothing
activities.
activities.
Yes. Okay. Here is, guys, plants and animals. The plants, guys, they have two main important kinds of plants. Number one, the prairie grasses, and we
Prairie grass.
before. Yes. So
It's
here
really,
the
really
west,
tall grass.
on the west states, on the west states, the plains states are full of prairie grasses.
Prairie grass.
Yes, and also we have another kind of plants that is pine.
Pine trees.
This is the pine tree. Okay, it look like
Okay.
the Christmas tree. Okay, it's called the
Okay.
pine tree. Yes, you know, guys, here is that prairie grasses, they need deep roots to get moisture or to get water. Those prairie grasses,
Okay.
how they adapted to the climate, they adapted to the
Yeah.
cold climate of the Midwest by having deep roots or
Deep roots to get
yes,
moisture.
these long roots, why they have long roots? To get water.
To get moisture.
Water, yes. Moisture here means water. And for the pine trees, you know that the pine trees have something called the needles, and these
Needles.
needles help them to survive. How is,
Survive.
guys? Yes. How is, guys? I don't know in fact, okay? Because this is something related to the science. But here
Okay.
you have to know that the most famous plants in the Midwest are
It's
prairie
prairie grass.
grasses and pine trees.
Pine trees.
Exactly. Okay. If we speak about birds, you know that birds, guys, migrate in winter to warmer places, especially in winter. So the birds
Yes.
who live in the Midwest, when winter came, no, they migrated to warmer places.
Migrate.
Yes, and this happened.
Migrate means to travel to another place.
Yeah, of course. That's happened in any continent, not only in America.
Yes.
No, in any,
Yeah,
yes, all the time
in the world.
birds migration. They migrate or they travel in winter to warmer places. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And you could find that in Egypt, by the way. In the summer, you could find the huge groups or fleets of birds. Okay? You
Yes.
could
Yes.
find,
Okay.
yes. Sometimes when I was a child, I find a huge small. I'm sorry. I found a huge number of birds. They migrated. They travel from one country to Egypt.
To
Why?
another.
Yes, because Egypt weather in summer is very cool and warm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes, try to observe that the birds' migration from one place to another, especially in the winter. They left the cold places and migrated to the warm places. Okay.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
animals? The most famous animals in the Midwest are those animals. The most famous animals in the Midwest are those animals. Number
Those
one,
But
animals.
the prairie dogs. Look, this is the prairie dog. So we
Prairie
have
dogs.
prairie grasses and the prairie dogs.
Prairie
Yes,
dogs.
yes, those prairie dogs, I think they live in water. I think, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think they live in water or they like to live in water. Those prairie dogs. Also, this is bison and this is buffalo. Okay? Those
Okay.
are the kinds of bison and buffalo of the Midwest. I know that they look strange, but those are the bisons or the kinds of bison and buffaloes who lived in the Midwest. This is the bison
The
and
Midwest.
this is the buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah. So these are guys, the plants and the animals of the Midwest. They are very easy. Try if you want to take a picture of this slide. Okay, prairie grasses, pine trees, and how every plant adapted to the climate. For the prairie grasses,
Okay.
they have deep roots, but for the pine trees, they have needles to survive.
To survive.
Yes, exactly. Here is about the birds. Of course, they travel or migrate to warmer places, especially
Warmer places in the winter.
about the animals, prairie dogs,
Prairie dogs,
bison, buffalo.
bison, and buffalo.
Those
Miss,
are,
prairie dogs lives in Rocky Mountains and the Great Plains.
yeah.
Miss,
Don't
No,
live in water, Muhammad?
no, they don't live in water.
Yeah.
Miss,
Okay. So I think it's another thing. So here is, guys,
Yes.
if we speak about let's share your book again.
Okay.
They shared only the prairie dog with you. Look, the prairie dog, yes, they found in Midwest, and it's not a really dog. It's a rodent.
A rodent.
Yeah. Okay. So here
Miss,
is, guys, plants and animals. Plants and animals have adapted to the climate, of course. Example that prairie grasses, I told you they have deep roots. Okay. Why?
Yes.
Yes, to find
To
moisture.
find moisture.
And here is the pine trees keep their needles for years.
Needles for ears.
Why? Because this saves energy and help the
Energy.
trees to survive in the harsh.
Survive harsh weather.
Yes. So here is when I say what why they have the pine trees, why they have needles to survive in the harsh weather
Harsh
or in
weather.
the cold weather. If we speak about animals, also here some birds migrate to warmer places.
Warmer places.
This is the plants. And for the animals, the prairie dogs dig
Big
underground dens
underground dens.
to protect themselves in winter.
From the severe weather.
Yes, okay. And here is millions of bison and buffaloes also are found in the Great Plains.
Great Plains.
Yes, and they have thick coats of fur to protect them in the harsh weather or in the cold weather. That's it. So
Okay.
the slide that I shared with you summarize this part of your book. Okay. What I want to say,
Okay.
guys, listen. Number one, you have to read this part from your book. That first. Second, next session we have a practice sheet about this lesson. And the third one, we have a project about this lesson. How is this project? It will be like an interview. So you have to check the weekly plan, please, because I write how to apply the project. It will be like an interview. So please, each two friends, they have to prepare this project with each other. So try to take
Okay.
numbers or make a group, for example, for yourself, and then prepare your questions about this interview. One student will be the host, okay, and the other will be يعني one will be the speaker one and speaker B,
Miss
okay.
Mayada, so like
Miss, I will make
you
it
will
famous. I will
choose
make the group.
you will choose the two people.